Welcome. In the next few minutes, you'll learn 10 of the most meaningful words in the Hawaiian language and the deeper ideas they carry. We are Kahana, a native Hawaiian-owned studio based in Kailua-Kona on the Big Island. Each of these words is more than a definition in a dictionary. Together they form a quiet philosophy for how to treat people, the land, and yourself. Stick around to the end, because the last few hold the heart of island living. Most visitors learn this word on day one, using it for hello and goodbye. But its real meaning runs far deeper. It describes love, affection, compassion, and mutual respect, freely given with no expectation of anything in return. To live with this spirit is to greet every person and every moment with an open and generous heart. It is the reason the islands feel warm long after you've left them, and it remains the single most important value in the entire culture. You may already know this word from a famous movie where it was defined simply as family. That is true, but the island meaning is wider. Family here is not limited to blood relations. It includes the people you choose, the friends who become relatives, and the community that raises a child together. The idea is that no one is left behind and no one is forgotten. When islanders welcome you in, they are extending this circle to include you. This is the word for thank you, and you'll see it everywhere, even on rubbish bins that ask you to dispose of your waste. But gratitude in the islands is not a casual courtesy. It is a recognition that everything you have, from food to friendship to the land beneath your feet, was given and should be honored. To express this thanks sincerely is to acknowledge that you are part of something larger than yourself, and that you owe care in return. This word names a spiritual power or life force that flows through people, places, and even objects. A respected leader carries it. A sacred mountain holds it. A handmade tool crafted with skill and intention can gather it. The idea teaches that the world is alive with energy, and that how you act either builds this power or diminishes it. Treating people and places with respect is, in this view, a way of protecting the unseen force that connects everything. This word means responsibility, but it carries a second meaning of privilege at the very same time. Your role in your family, your work, and your community is both a duty you must uphold and an honor you've been given. The two cannot be separated. Caring for an elder, tending a garden, or protecting a tradition is not a burden placed upon you. It is a sacred trust. When islanders speak of knowing your place, they mean knowing what is yours to carry. This word is often translated as righteousness, but it points to something more like balance and rightness. To act this way is to do what is correct, fair, and in harmony with people and the natural world. It appears in the state motto of Hawaii, a reminder that the life of the land is preserved through right action. To live this way is to constantly ask not what is easiest, but what is truly right in this moment. These two words together mean to care for and protect the land. In island thinking, the land is not a resource to be used up. It is an ancestor and a provider that feeds the people. So the relationship runs both ways. If you care for the land will care for you. This idea shapes everything from traditional farming to modern conservation, and it asks each generation to leave the islands healthier than they found them. This word means unity and harmony, the balance that holds relationships and communities together. It teaches that true well-being depends on three things staying in harmony at once: the people, the land, and the spiritual world. When one falls out of balance, all three suffer. To seek this harmony is to repair what is broken and to keep the connections between yourself, your community, and the natural world strong and whole. Here are two words you'll actually need for directions on the islands. Instead of north, south, east, and west, locals point you toward the mountain or toward the sea. The first word means heading inland, up toward the mountains. The second means heading down toward the ocean. On an island, this makes perfect sense because everything sits between the high peaks and the shoreline. Learn these two, and you can navigate almost any island town. This word means forbidden or sacred, and historically it described a strict code of laws that governed daily life and protected sacred places. Today, you'll still see it on signs marking areas that are off-limits, often for safety or out of respect for a site's spiritual importance. When you encounter it, the message is simple and worth honoring. This place is set apart, and entering would cross a line that the culture asks you not to cross. This longer word names a traditional practice of setting things right, a way of resolving conflict through honest conversation, forgiveness, and release. Families would gather, often guided by an elder, to talk through a wrong, take responsibility, and let go of the resentment that had built up between them. The literal sense is to make things right again and again until balance returns. Even today, the practice survives as a reminder that relationships are worth repairing and that carrying a grudge harms the one who holds it most. This word means help, but not the transactional kind you repay later. It describes assistance offered freely for the good of the group without keeping score. Helping a neighbor raise a roof, sharing your catch with someone who has none, or pitching in for the community is simply how island life works. You'll see the word on signs asking for cooperation, and it carries a gentle expectation. When you are part of a place, you give what you can, because one day you may be the one who needs a hand. These 10 words are a doorway into a way of seeing the world, one built on respect, responsibility, and deep care for people and place. At Kahana, our Kailua-Kona studio celebrates this culture through Hawaiian-inspired apparel, digital oil painting art, and island jewelry, each piece made to honor these meanings. If this helped you understand the islands a little better, you'll find more of our story and our work at kahana.shop. Until we meet again.